In this video, we will see how to work with textures. So here what you have, what I like to use as an interface here is use the tools here, for example, and use the textures there. Like this, I can really manage well. So when you use textures for sculpting, you will use alpha brushes. So alpha textures. If you want to search on the web or something like that to have your alpha brushes sets, you can just download for free into this website. So here you have the ZBrush Alpha Center, so you can download into this. You will have some brushes, some textures, so it's black and white textures that will give depth information for your model. You can use the ArtStation, for example, if you want to buy some sets, so you have a lot of high quality stuff here. And you can even use the Polyheaven, okay, here into the textures. If you see, for example, the terrain here and that you want to make some rocks or something like that, you will have here some depth here, okay, and you can use these textures black and white as well, okay. So it will help you, the height map, to just create some rocks just like this. Okay, so let's go now and start to use. So what I did download a few into this website to show you the effect of this. We will go there and create a new texture. Okay, the texture will be an image or movie. We will open it and we will go into alpha, so it will be into the source files, into using textures folder here, and you will see here the textures. So what can be good in that case is to show the texture, because some are in PSD and you can maybe not see them directly into Windows, for example. And here you will have some basic textures that can be used for your project. So here, let's take, for example, that one here, okay, the rock or the wrinkles. You can see the wrinkles here. Okay, good. Then you will open the image, okay. So into the textures, you will find back here the texture that is related to the tool. So it was in DrawSharp. Here I don't want it into DrawSharp here. So I will go maybe into layer. It works well with textures usually. And what I will do, I will go into stroke and use because here, if I just do that, you can see that it will not work. You have to put the texture first. Okay, so let's go into the texture, select the texture that you did create. Okay, and then if you click like this, you will create the wrinkles. Okay, and if you make control click, you will create the wrinkles like this. So it might work very well in that case. Let's continue that, and maybe for this we will not use this kind of settings. We will use something a little different. We will go into the stroke here and we will use anchored. Like this, we will just click and drag what we want, okay? Then you select the strength with the height here. So maybe 0.03 might work better, okay? Maybe even bigger, 0.06. Okay, starts to look good. Good. So now if you want to use the control key, you can draw and start to draw the wrinkles into your object directly like this. So very easily you can add some details into your nice dragon, just like that. As you can see, it's not that complicated and it looks great directly, just to add some details. Okay, so can be useful in that case. You can use that as well for this, to add some kind of textures into the horns, something like that. So 0.03 here, just with control click, add a few clicks like this. Okay, maybe bigger for some to not have this repetition here. and look, it looks pretty great for what we want, okay? Just to add some texturing into that. So the wrinkles works great, but you can really play with a lot of textures there, okay? So let's maybe create another one. So by going here, and or just maybe we can create another just by remove this one, create a new one, and open a new, okay, just in alphas here. And it works with rock textures or noise textures as well. So for example, let's take maybe that one, okay, and the image. So you will have this kind of behavior now, okay? I will increase the height 0.06, and in some cases, if you don't want to increase too much the level here, as you can see, it increases a little the level too much, 0.1 maybe. Okay, you can see now the result here. So you can play here with the hardness if needed, and the auto smooth and the normal radius. It might help to have better results if needed, okay? Some cases the normal radius here will add nothing here, and here, yeah, works pretty well. Okay, so just a rocky texture that you can add into your model very easily, just like this, okay? Let's come back to a normal one. And yeah, after you have all the possibilities of sculpting with that, so you can imagine that there are a lot of possibilities. Something that came into the Blender for something, I think, or maybe before, it's the VDM. So here you can really imagine with the PSD and the PNG files here, it's just height that is changing. Okay, so no possibilities to add, for example, an entire nose or an entire here a horn or something like this. But we have, I will just open a new Blender. We have a demo file again of this. You go into Sculpt into demo files of blender.org, and I will open that here, the VDM using brush here, okay, demo, and I will open that. So here you see the possibilities that we have. You will add an entire horn directly. So it creates the entire geometry just like this, very easily, as you can see. No dynamic topology, you don't need anything. It will work pretty well to add this design. So yeah, this one is a very powerful one, and you can see that you have a lot of possibilities here. You have the mouse, you have the scales here, for example, to add some scales. Just like that, you move it, you scale it down with F, okay, and you will can create directly this kind of motion into that, okay? Very easily add some scales just like this, and it works pretty well. It's really awesome. So if you want to import this into your model, you just have to go into the brush assets here, okay? And as it's assets, you just import it as assets. So you come back here, for example, there into your object, into your project here, and you just go into the edit folder, the preferences, and you will go into the file path here, and I will add the new one. So it will be the VDM using here, and I guess it's the textures. Will it be here? Maybe it will work directly with that as an asset library. It works directly. You can see that here you have directly your assets that goes here. So now I can just save my preferences, and I will always have my assets directly there. So I can choose that one and start to sculpt with very easily, as you can see. So to add more details, for example, maybe we could remesh that with a lower value, okay? with Control R. With R we will see the value, so it was 0.07, maybe not really enough, and with Control R we will see a little 1 million vertices might be good to start sculpting precisely. And now we can start, for example, to add some scales under the eyes. Okay, very easily you just click and drag like this your scale, just like that, and it will work pretty well. As you can see directly, just you can control the direction of it. You can really have a nice here result, very quick. Okay, as you can see, you can increase and decrease the size if needed. Okay, just click and drag to follow the direction that you want, and you will create very nice details very easily like that. Okay, let's create a line here, over there, so you can see it's quite easy to add details just like this, as it is very easy. Just follow the line here and you will have a nice line of scales over there. So you can just play with that and increase the level of details. You want to add a horn somewhere, you will have a horn directly, maybe here. Okay, and this one doesn't work that well. Yeah, click and drag for that one, sorry. So just click and drag here and you will have a horn. Okay, just like this. So maybe something like that. I would prefer honestly to use the stroke, not space, but more the anchored for that one. Like this I can control the direction here. Okay, it will be far more easier. So let's say I will want something like this here. Good. And another maybe over there, just to add details. Okay, and maybe another one here as well, as we want more details into our dragon here. Then after you can smooth that if needed. Okay, at the beginning of it if you want to. You have really a lot of possibilities with these VDM brushes. You can add some eyes directly. You have eye creator, for example, to have this level of subdivision. So here let's imagine we smooth everything down. Okay, and just with one texture, just like that, it will create the eye directly with a nice shape. Okay, and then this shape you can move it. You will have already the details. You can move it with the G brush, okay, with the grab brush very easily to come back and to fit the design that you want, and you will have really nice details very easily, just like this. Okay, you can see that it works pretty well to enhance your sculpting very easily. So yeah, for this kind of textures works very well. The VDM brushes, you can find them directly into ArtStation or things like that. Usually it's something that you will have to pay. Okay, but honestly with this already you will have a lot of possibilities, just what I'm showing to you. And just if I come back here to the classic here layer one with the texture, the classic texture that we had, so it's already really powerful to play with that. So let's take another texture maybe to create a skin for that. Let's go with alphas here, and you can see that we have different skins over there. Let's take that one to see if it works well. Okay, and just with this, honestly, you have already this kind of design that works. Okay, can be really powerful for that. Okay, let's change the texture maybe and grab another one, maybe something like that for scales. Okay, And now you will have this kind of details very easily again. Okay, so maybe we will not use a height that high, something like 0.4, 0.04, sorry. Okay, and then after you just manage the direction of it, and it will create nice scales just over the surface, just like that, around the horns. Okay, and then you can add scales everywhere into your design. So it's quite easy to manage this and really creates interesting patterns for skin details. Okay, let's say I have a skin details or detail over there. I want to change a little over there and maybe select another one. Let's see a little what we have. Maybe that one might look good. Okay, and like this you can change a little the pattern that you have. Okay, maybe this with 0.02 might be enough, or even less, 0.01. Okay, you manage the strength like this, and after you just have to go over your object and add the details very easily, as you can see. Okay, so like this you can increase the level of details. Let's say you want to add some scales into this crease here. Maybe you could use this one. This one works well as well, something like that. Okay, to put this kind of details. So this time you will increase a little at 0.1, I guess. Yeah, to have something like that. It's a little too strong, 0.1. 0.05 might be good. Good. And now you will have the possibility to make this. Okay, look, just with a few clicks, you will have nice details that will appear all over this crease. Okay, and maybe that one as well. Good. So be careful with the here the symmetry over there. Sometimes you have to enable the phaser option to make sure that it will not grow too much. And here in that case you just go there like this and find the good spot, and you can see that again it works really easily to add some details. Okay, just like this. Honestly, it's very I really like to work with Sculpt Mode. It's something that I really enjoy. I don't make it often enough, but I really enjoy it, and it's quite easy to manage when you use textures and things like that. So you can just continue this design, for example, if you want, or create your own from the beginning. As you see, it's not that complicated to make a simple shape and start to work with. Don't hesitate to work with images. With images to see a little the reference if you need. Okay, I will go there. Maybe a last one. Add some wrinkles a little into the rest of the design, just like this. You can sometimes add more definition into it, just like that, very easily. Into the horns as well, a little of texturing just like this will help to make it more realistic and organic, let's say. Okay, yeah, it works already better. A little more here, so maybe with less strength. A little more here. Okay, just in these horns. This one we can keep it like this. And honestly, you have already something that you can really show. Just add some scales, maybe a little more here and there, and you will have your design, okay, ready to use. So just with these features, It's so interesting to play with this and add more details to your design very easily. Like for example, here you want a big one, you add a big one, and that's it. You remesh everything if needed with Ctrl R, and after you have what you want. Okay, so be careful. After a while, it can take a lot of vertices, and so it can increase a little the VRAM, but honestly you can really create some nice stuff very easily just like that. Okay, so don't hesitate to play with that. That's it for Sculpt mode. You have already a lot of things to play with, and we will see how works geometry nodes. So geometry nodes, it's parametric modeling, and you can play with this. It's a very, very powerful feature. So we'll see the basics of it. There are a lot of examples into blender.org, but we will see already the basics to see how it works, and you will see that it's a very, very powerful feature. So let's see that into the next video.